Hi, welcome back to Neverbore Model Making and the build we're doing of Tamiya's Repsol Honda RC213V 2014 along with the Top Studio Super Detail upset that goes along with it. It's been a little while since I did a part. I've just thought I fancy a change of doing something else, so I've been having a go at Ryfield Sherman, which is coming along nicely, and I've just been doing the tracks, which are time consuming but very easy. It's the 6 parts per link, 76 links, it's like 400 and something parts. So I've done one side, I've got to pluck up courage to do the other half, and that took best part of a week. So all tracks out, so we've got to come back to the bike and see what can we do with this. So quick recap, this is where we're up to. So in the last part we put one of the exhausts on. So now go on to the instructions. Move on to, find the right page. So we've done exhaust, so now doing the radiator, which already built up the parts. Pretty simple. Obviously it's the main V parts with a couple of side parts on, which have the various connectors. Excuse me. And these are the various parts that we fit. So there's detailing for the front grille and 2 connector pipes which are connected to the engine on there, and which are these 2, and then we fit this part on the bottom. Again, I've built this up as about 2-3 parts to make up this end pit, and then there's about 4 lots of wires that go from this up and disappear somewhere in the engine. So that's the plan. So what we'll do first is get a bit of priming done on these parts. Actually, no, what we do first, fit the grill parts, and then do some priming and take it from there. So I'll be back when we've done a little bit more, and we'll see where we end up. Okay, so that's all the parts ready for priming. So I've put the photo etch on. Fairly easy. It was difficult to film because it's all fingers and thumbs and bits and pieces. So there are 4 bits of PE on the front, big one across the top, 2 in the middle, and the big triangular shape at the bottom. And also on this show, yeah, there we go, a couple of little parts on the back. So this is where these attach in there. And the shows one at the bottom. I mean, that one did break off there, unfortunately, so it's lost its little spike, so should be able to sort something out. Anyway, that's those ready to paint up. What else have I done? I just wonder if you can just make out little holes at the top. They were in there anyway on the resin casting, so they just made them a little bit deeper with 0.3mm drill bit. Just drill the tops of those out. So it's for the one at the side, so we'll have an assortment of wires. So we'll do a bit of priming. Okay, so that's the priming done. Did try filming it, but basically it was just lots of minutes of me trying to unclog my airbrush from the primer. Basically they just don't agree with each other at the moment. So it's gone on okay. There are a couple of blobby bits which I'll like down the side here. I don't know if it picks up, but there's a bit of a drip on there, so I'll do a bit of sanding of that. The other bits have come out okay on there, so I'll get that tidied up a bit, and then we'll be painting this as aluminium. I'll be using the Vallejo as a colour rather than Tamiya, which I've used for the rest of the bike. And this is mostly X18 semi-gloss, and these are a combination of black aluminium, I think it is, and titanium silver. So I'll just get this tidied up, and then we'll do a bit of spray painting, and hopefully that'll work better than the primer did. Okay, see you in a sec. Okay, so as you've probably just seen, we had some technical difficulties, and basically all the bits where I filmed making up the front wheel completely disappeared. Don't know what I've done with them. So anyway, I'll get you up to speed. So I've done the front wheel brake, some of the wiring for around the brake calipers, and painted up the front mudguard, give it a few layers of gloss varnish. It's quite nice and shiny. And so the last bit you saw was the radiator, which I fitted in with, it's not focusing, that's better, with this part on the bottom, so you have to have the wires fitted in that, which will be the next bit to do. Hopefully be able to show you in the next part, not this one. Quick tip, I would suggest the oxygen sensors, fit this part in first and then put your oxygen sensors in, because these are very close to each other, should be slightly further apart. So that's one thing I've picked up, is put the oxygen sensors in after you've fitted everything together, then you can get a better angle for them, because that is very close together. And the bit at the front as well, that's a couple of parts just show you. So we've done, well, I've started making this up, which is this here. Which is mostly resin stuff. In fact, it's all resin stuff. So this is the kit part. Basically, you chop off this part off it. This thing, use the resin part instead. Let's put a couple of wires in and a few connectors on here. What else have we done? So I've done this front part and this top part that goes on. So I'm still going to pick out a bit of extra colour. I mean, this is a yellowy colour and these parts here are sort of gold colour. But I've done a bit of wiring on those and fitted it to the front. See a bit more detail. So rather than that fitted at the front, you can make a hole in front of the mudguard so you can see the front of this through it. Great focus is all over the place. So you can see we've done the bits and bobs to the model. So what we'll do, as I say, apologies for the big chunk missing. But as you can see, we've made up the front of the bike, so done a stand as well. Didn't bother filming that because it's basically just a stand. So you can see that is where we're at. So apologies for being a short part, but that's where we're up to. The next part we're doing wall wiring, which I'll be able to show you. Bit of body cowlings and things like that. And take it from there. Okay, see you in the next part. As usual, if you like what you see, please subscribe. Click the notification bell next to the subscription, so as and when I put these up, you'll get notified of them. Hopefully it won't be such a big gap this time. And if you like, please do the thumbs up like button and leave a comment as well. I do read all the comments and reply. It might take me a little while, but I do get to it. Okay, thanks very much. See you in part 7 in the not too distant future.